Yo, what's up guys? So in this video, we're gonna break down how to get consistent sales on Redbubble. All right guys, so step number one, okay, when it comes to selling, consistently on Redbubble, you want to figure out, okay, what are you gonna create, right? Are you gonna create a niche store? And the whole idea behind all this is like, it's setting up a game plan, right? You want to set up a game plan, right? You want to put everything in place. You want to put a system in place. I know a few people that I've learned this from, and they just rinse and repeat the process, right, that I've learned from, and they have taught me, like, okay, like systems in place. Like I've known this already, like how to put a system in place already, but now it just like attacking it, like there's ways of attacking it, right? And if you put a good system in place, you can dominate a platform, right? And I've rinsed and repeated this over and over. That's the most important thing, right? When you want to learn the platform. After you learn the platform, you want to put a system in place to attack it, right? And to be the best, right? You don't go onto a platform to okay, hopefully, I get a few sales, 100 sales, 200 sales. No, you go on the platform to dominate, right? You don't want to go onto a platform just to be okay, right? And be it's okay, I'll get by with this. No, you go onto a platform to dominate, right? And want to be one of the best, right? And be the best, right? So you got to decide. You want to pick you want to do a niche store, you want to do a general store. Okay, so it's kind of like, that's number one. Like, what are you gonna do? So what are you gonna, do you want to create a niche store or a general store? Okay, and that's a question. That's a big question too. What do I do? Do I create a general store or do I create a niche store? Okay, when that like right now, like stickers are like one of the top sellers on Redbubble, right? And it tells you that too. But then you can see like popular products. Right now, there seems to be masks, okay? And let's check this out, right? And you can kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on when it comes to masks, right? You can see, like, it's like masks are seem to be doing really well on a lot of platforms if you're unaware of what's going on. All right, so we click on mask. Let's open up a few of these, right? A few of these, and let's look at these people, like look at their stores, okay? And that will kind of give you guys an idea. Okay, and you guys can see what I'm doing right here. This will give you guys an idea of what they're doing, right, as individuals, right, on their store, okay? And you're getting, like, you can see it's telling you a story, right? Okay, this is interesting because it's going to give you a lot of good information. Open up. Okay, and you can see, you come in here, looking at their best sellers. You can see their collection. By looking at their collection too, it'll give you an idea of what's going on over here, okay? Kind of give you a better idea of their niches, right? You can see like watercolor animals, monsters and robots, holiday and celebration. You kind of see what they're doing over here, right? And this is what tells you what their niche is, right? Right? You're just getting a feel for it. You kind of get an idea, right, what's going on this platform. So by doing that, guys, by coming over here and looking at some of these top stores, you can see like you can see how they have, like, kind of, you want to give them that vibe, right? They're the art right here on their actual storefront, right? And you can see by looking at this the different types of niches they're in. Are they general? Are they just a niche store? And you can see, like, with this one right here, see what he's doing right here is kind of like the forest and trees, and very simple, very, very simple, right? Okay. Right? You can kind of see the theme that he's kind of going for. So now, like, there's no right way, there's no wrong way, right? You want to understand, like, what other top sellers are doing, so you can put your own flip on it and put it, like, to yourself, make it apply to you, right, as an individual. And horde mashups, plush, balloons, sugar skull, And you can see, all right? Very interesting. This is an interesting store. It says shop almost 600 items up here, right? It's pretty cool. This is different. This is really different. I think this is Beetlejuice. And of course, you got to make sure that if you're making these designs that they're okay, no trademarks, and you're not violating anything. Um, this is this is this is cool. This is different. This is way different, right? And also too, you got to keep in mind if you're different, you're creating less competition for yourself. So yeah, so the most important thing is you want to figure out what you're gonna do. You're gonna do a niche or a general store. Okay. All right, guys. So the next important step is creating a brand, right? You want to when people land on your storefront on Redbubble, you want to make it feel, want to make them, you want to let them know that it's you, right? And they want to get that vibe, right? Giving them a different feeling, right? Letting them know that you're real. This is what you do. This is what you create. You want to stand out. You want to be different from everyone. As you guys can see too, like this one right here, this is a perfect example. And I did this live, kind of like live with you guys. And that's, well, I did in this video, I did it kind of like a freestyle. And I came across this right here. Okay. And this is a perfect example of being different, being unique, being you, right? And then letting them know who you are, right? And it's crazy because this is exactly what you need to do, right? Letting people know who you are, and people are just like, wow, okay. And it makes them more, creating a brand, right? Making them feel like you're a brand is going to convert more. It's going to help you convert more, help you make more sales. Okay. So basically what I'm saying is when a customer lands on your storefront, you're making them feel like you're letting them know that it's you, right? And doing that right there is going to help you make more sales. So that's very, very, very important. Okay. When it comes to any platform, okay, when you're making a brand on there, if you're making a brand on Amazon, if you're making a brand on Etsy, if you're making a brand on Redbubble, Spreadshirt, whatever, you want to leverage what the tools that they're giving you to help make the customer feel like you're a brand. Okay. So when they land on, they're like, wow, this guy's different. This is unique. This is dope. This is cool. This is really, really cool. So, yeah, it's very important that you go into the mindset that you're creating a brand on the platform to make the customer want to purchase from you. So you're helping the customer. You're encouraging the customer basically like, hey, check me out. Look at this. I'm cool. I'm dope. I'm different. So, yeah, so it's important that you guys understand that, okay? Yeah, so hopefully that helps right there. All right, guys. So one of the most important things, guys, when it comes to all this and selling consistently on any platform, is creating a like a workflow, right? I'm sharing this example right here with you guys. I'm gonna blur out some of this stuff because this is some of my own personal stuff, but creating a workflow, right, that you can, when you're doing research and all that stuff and kind of coming up with ideas, it's important that you guys write all this stuff down, because if you don't do this, you're gonna like kind of like lose sight of the goal, right? And it's important that you have a system in place. If it doesn't matter what you're doing with the research or whatever it is, okay, it's very important that you have a workflow down. And I'm using, for in this example, I'm using Airtable. You guys can see how I have it: niche, completed notes, inspiration picks, link, draft, do, publish, all that stuff. And I'll show you guys this first line right here, and you guys can kind of see an example. I don't have no inspiration picks. I should put something there, but I put a link in there. Yeah, I put a link in there. It kind of just plays off the inspiration pick, but it's important that you have a workflow down, right? Kind of give yourself an idea what's going on, what niches you're going to dive into, and this leads into the next topic. All right, guys. So the next step is researching designs, right? It's one of the most important things. All right. Sometimes what I recommend too is when you're doing your research on one day, right? It takes a whole different mindset. When you're doing research, you want to research on one day, and don't research then design. Research then design. I recommend just research for like the whole week, design 2 or 3 days, and then, like, you know what I mean, get like I said, it's important that you have this down, because you don't want to do everything in one day, because then you get overwhelmed. That's a big thing. It's like you you get you're inspired one day doing your researching designing, and then next thing you know it, you run into like a roadblock because you don't know what to do for that day. So, and then you get like overwhelmed with everything and you don't know what to do. So what I recommend is just when you're doing research, okay, for designs, Do that in one day, right? Come up with write it down, right? Come up with 5 to 7 new niches, right? Or design ideas or inspiration, whatever you're doing, and like it's important that you understand that just do that in one day, right? And then the next day, whatever it is, take a day off or whatever, and then start the designs, right? And it's very simple to do research on Redbubble. You just come over here and click over here, and you can see like you're getting like top artists. This is all popping up, right? Let's go over here to masks, right? And you can see like shop by theme. You can see like it's giving you some kind of social distancing, giving you some tags up here. Let's click on patterns, right? And you can see when you come over here, click patterns, mask, come over here by best selling, right? These are the best selling ones right now. It's gonna pop up, and you can see that patterns do really well on masks. You can see that. Look at it. Okay, right? This person right here is crushing it, right? They have two of their masks on the top up here, so that's a good sign. Look at another one right here. They're crushing it. So this is a good sign. This right here, this person that's on Redbubble selling it, they're probably crushing it. There's another one. But as you can see, like what I'm seeing, and I'm paying attention to, you can see that patterns do really well on masks. So I wouldn't have known that if I didn't do research, right? So as you're doing research, you can see like these different types of designs are doing well on certain products, right? Maybe this design won't look good on a t-shirt, right? So you got to keep that in mind too as well as you're doing research for designs. So yeah, if that helps. Next video. All right, guys. So next up is designing, right? If you guys are familiar with me, you guys know who I am. My name is RJ Martinez. Hello, how's it going? I outsource a lot of stuff because I suck at designing, right? When it comes to this stuff, I outsource this part because I suck at it, and I'll say it because it's the truth. For you creative people out there, good job. But when it comes to like designing, I know it's like a whole different mindset too as well. You have to be in that creative mind, right? And that's big. That's really big. So props to you if you're doing your own work and stuff like that. Because I think about him, it's like, dang, this guy is like on a whole different level because he has to actually draw it out or whatever he's doing using Photoshop, making designs or whatever, Illustrator, whatever it is. Okay. That's why I recommend that when you're doing designs, you do it right? You do it on a separate day because it takes time to be creative, I believe. And me creating this video right here, it's like it does take time. Like you have to take your notes and you have to figure out what you're going to do and what you're going to talk about, right? So it does take time. And you can see like just by going to just Redbubble, right? You can see the creative mindset, like by looking at this stuff. This should give you inspiration. Okay. There's free tools out there that you guys can use too as well. There's the Over app. I know people that use Canva, right? And they're using Canva to do basic text. Okay, text does sell, right, guys? Like if you guys are unaware, the basic text designs do really well too as well. If you're kind of overthinking it, you think that you have to make this awesome illustration like this. Of course, this is awesome. It's going to create less competition for yourself, right? And that's really cool. And like this one too as well. If you can't do that, you got to figure out a way, right? And I think like basic text designs work really well. As far as all this stuff, like as far as like the designing and stuff like that, that's a whole different. We can go on for days with that, but figuring out what you're designing and what your niche is and stuff like that, there's tools out there that you can use. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I recommend you doing that just in 1 to 2 days, whatever the heck it is. But using like Redbubble for inspiration to see how people are designing is kind of just go onto the platform and kind of see how other people are doing things. Do not copy. That's first and foremost. But getting inspiration from how other people are doing things and putting your own flip on it. If you're an artist or if you outsource like me, get on a call with your designer and kind of go over things and let them know too. Let them know. That's one of the most important things. Let them know. You got to let them know, like, do not copy this work. Do not copy this, but get the idea behind it. And we need to put our own flip on it. Okay. So that's very important. Let's head over to the next step. All right, guys. So the next thing is researching tags for your niche, right? Tags are very important, and I know a few artists that are really talented at drawing and creating stuff. They're awesome, but then they forget like their tags, their keywords and stuff like that, and they lose track of that. I'm like, dude, you're so freaking talented. You're good. You're amazing. Like if I would have had those type of skills, Like I would crush it, but like hand in hand, right? Like it's like he's good, like they're good at this, right? But they forget about this. And I'm good at the keywords, but I suck at drawing. But these artists are really awesome and really good at, and they're very talented, right? And you can see that. And I know maybe you're watching this video on the other side, you're just like, yeah, I know that you're probably very talented, or you know someone that's very talented, and they can just picture something and just draw it and just come up with their own flip on it, right? And they're just getting very creative. Um, Now, researching tags, right? I recommend you doing this because you research tags. Just spend a few hours of the day doing this. Whatever niche that you're drawing, like say you're drawing, it's going. Let's say I'm not even sure. Let's say you go into. Let's see. There's. Let's say. Um, let's say shark, or no. Let's do dog, right? Let's do dog. Okay, and then let's say you're in the dog niche. Okay, now let's say you're in the poodle niche, right? Let's go down to poodle, right? Okay, let's see. You can see the stickers are popping up. Boom, boom, boom. Let's look at these tags right here. Okay, so you can get a better idea. But look at guys, poodle mom. Okay, we're seeing a few best dogs. You can see that we're getting some tags here. Okay, these are ideas, by the way. Some tags are popping up right here, right? There's different types of dogs now. Your goal is, so you create let's say you create a poodle illustration, right? Or a poodle text, right? A poodle mom with a paw, right? See, there's graphic. Look at life is better with a poodle, right? So there's basic text designs, and that's what I was talking about too, right? That do sell. Your goal is to figure out the tags for this niche so you can get people's eyes on your design. That's very important that you guys understand that when it comes to this, you want to figure out what keywords people are using to find the actual, like, what will they be using to find your design, right? And you coming in here and kind of just spying on your competitors' tags to see what the heck's going on in here. Poodle, poodles, dogs, dogs, puppy, puppies, French, minimalist, sketch, simple, line art. Okay, you can see that right there, right? And this is obviously popping up when we typed in poodle, right? It popped up. So that's very important. You coming down here and doing the same exact thing. So you want to gather a list, right? Get out your notepad, right? And start taking notes of what tags are being used in this niche, right? What are you seeing? Okay, what are you seeing? What's going on? Sometimes when you're doing research with the tags, you can find new niche ideas, as we did right here. Here's an example, right? Up here, other tags are popping up, right? Labradoodle, right? You can see that. Cocker Spaniel, okay? You get an idea. So this is very important because this is how you're going to get the traffic to your listing to make sales. Very important, okay? All right, guys. So now you're done with everything for the whole entire week. You finished your design. You did all the research and all that stuff. You have about 5 or 6 designs ready to go. Now it's upload time, right? I've created a few videos on this about uploading and stuff. You guys can go ahead and check those out. But it's important, okay? You get this down, you got all the stuff done, all the hard work's done, you want to upload, okay? And let's say you want to create you created your design, you're done, and you want to hurry up and upload it so you can make money. I would recommend you just pick a certain day of the week that you want to upload. Like I said, it's very important that you have a system in place and that you're doing this, because in order for you to get consistent sales on Redbubble, the most important thing is getting a workflow down, right, for yourself. Okay, it's very important that you understand that it's not going to happen overnight. Okay, and I know that you get motivated to do that and to upload and get your design done right away and do that. But no, man, just take your time, get a system in place, and get the blood flowing, get everything going, and upload on a day at the end of the week. You know what I mean? A Sunday. Start on a Sunday or a Friday or whatever it is, right? You want to get a system in place, because it's very important that you get a system in place so you crush it, right? And then when you go in here and upload, everything's so easy. You have your titles ready, tags, everything, all that stuff, right? And that's important because it just works with the flow and you get everything going. So hopefully this whole video makes sense, and just have a system in place, because it's so freaking important. Okay, so important. You want a system in place so you can crush it and be the best on this platform. Okay, really important.
Just want to give you a big thank you for staying to the end of this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And also, just you guys can see how important it is to have a system in place, right? So very, very, very important that you guys understand that, because you don't want to get overwhelmed, right? It's happened to me a few times where I do something and then I do another thing and then I do something else, and then all of a sudden you're just like, wow, dude, it's like I feel overwhelmed. I can't like do this, like I can't do it. But then if you break it down in bits and pieces, it gets so much easier for you, right, as an individual. So yeah, that's just that's how important that is, and I'm glad I can share that with you guys, right? Also too, check out my other videos up here, guys. Check those videos out, watch them, give this video a thumbs up. It helps me. Okay, so peace out, guys. Hopefully this video helped.